finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. PPC where the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country gonna lose. If you wanna know who are the president for true, Earth and the lame are the man for them true. Yeah, so vote up, vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, no, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote, vote up, vote up, vote up, vote. Earth finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. PPC where the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country gonna lose. If you wanna know who are the president for true, Earth finally blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze. Earth finally pass through.
A man, a special man to Mabaruma. This man that I'm speaking about, it's a man of integrity, a man of vision. This man that I'm speaking about, he is a proven leader. Ladies and gentlemen, today I urge you to give it up a very, very warm welcome for our President, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Come on, let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Blaze up, 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 blaze up. Earth finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the little confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. Blaze up, 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 blaze up. Earth finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. You can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two.
Thank you. Are you hearing me? First of all, allow me to thank you on behalf of the People's Progressive Party Civic. This enormous turnout here at Mabaruma. Thank you, and onward to victory. All the stands are filled. Persons under the tree. The whole PPP family, we are all here today in support of the People's Progressive Party Civic. But today, before we start, or before I continue, I want to pay tribute to our comrade, Daniel Williams. Comrade Daniel Williams' last task in this earthly place was to remind every Guyanese why we should vote for the People's Progressive Party Civic. We thank him for his service. We thank him for his contribution. We thank him for giving us the opportunity of having him as a candidate in Region 7. And in his honor, for the work that he would have done, we together here in Region 1, here in Mabaruma, and all across Guyana will vote stronger, bigger, and better for the People's Progressive Party Civic. The PPP Civic family photograph that is sending shock waves all across our country, with our numbers coming out from all walks of life, every single ethnic group, from every single community coming out together to vote for the People's Progressive Party Civic, coming out together to show all of Guyana that we are standing strong with the People's Progressive Party. And today, here in Mabaruma, we are sending again that strong message, that strong signal, that Mabaruma and Region 1 not only remains solidly with the People's Progressive Party Civic, but that our and the family has grown enormously. And on September the 1st, you will show that growth with your vote, with a bigger majority, a healthier majority here in Mabaruma and Region 1. My friends, today, my friends, in Mabaruma alone, you look at the roads that we are building in Whitewater Phase 1, Phase 2, Whitewater to Arukuru, Wauna to Hosororo, and now we're going to start the Barbina Hill Road. These are all positive development that you can see with your own eyes. We've invested in Mabaruma alone, in your sub-region. We've invested billions of dollars to ensure that you have the same quality of road like anywhere else. But we know that the future for Mabaruma and the future for Region 1 is going to be not only a bright future, but one that is filled with opportunity, one that is filled with excitement, one in which every single teacher here can stay right in this region and be a trained teacher, one in which every single young person in this region who want to become a nurse can stay right here in this region and become a trained nurse with a degree, because we are going to invest in the facilities so that you can have that right here. We're talking about a future in which every single young person in Mabaruma and Region 1 who want to become a lab technician, every person who want to become a dentist, a dental technician, a patient care provider, every single person who want to pursue a career in healthcare, a career in education, a career in engineering, that right here in Mabaruma and Region 1, you will get that opportunity to fulfill that career. We are not only talking about a future where our pensioners will get higher pension, where our public servants will get higher salaries, where our teachers and nurses and workers will have better accommodation in the hinterland region. We are not only talking about a future that is based on salaries. We are talking about a future in which we'll help you to own your own businesses, in where we'll bring bank services and financial services to Mabaruma like any other sub-region in Region 1. We're talking about a future in which we will not only help those on the coastland to own their own homes, but a future through which we will transfer money directly to you and your families so you can build your own homes, you can improve your own homes, you can rehabilitate your own homes, and you can live with a roof under your head with dignity and pride. We're talking about a future in which your young people can have access to the same recreational facilities, the same sport facilities, the same facilities that any other region offer their young people, whether it's floodlight, whether it's night facility, so you can play football, volleyball, cricket. We are offering you a same future, a future of equity, a future of dignity, a future in which you can fulfill your aspirations right here in this region. And yes, we have heard you about the cost of transportation. That is why we're not only going to invest in roads and airstrips, we're going to invest in expanding the river transportation services. We're going to invest in reducing the cost of air service to your sub-region. We're going to subsidize transportation for our farmers so that you can move your goods to the market in a cheaper and more efficient way. This is what the future is about. The future is about building more opportunities by creating cold storage, facility, by preparing and investing in agro-processing facility, so that when you have your goods, when you have your produce, we can extend the shelf life. We're talking about Region 1 to put a modern crab meat processing plant so that we can increase the value that you get out of the crab production. We're going to expand the crab production by investing in facilities, by investing in productivity, by investing in cage farming for fish, for crab. We're going to invest in livestock. We're going to give you the facilities, the cold storage facility, so we can store the meat and extend the market access to you. That is what we're going to invest in. I already said that we are going to co-invest with you to make Region 1 and the Pomeroon the coffee and cocoa capital of the entire Caribbean. We're already bringing in a team from the Dominican Republic, from ICA, and from Brazil to work side by side with you. We will put the equipment, we'll put the investment, we'll put the resources so we can build the strongest coffee and cocoa industry. But it's not only about building the coffee and cocoa industry. It's about ensuring that you have the market. It's ensuring you have the price stability. That is why we're going to invest in ensuring that when the crops are produced, that we will have a buying mechanism so that farmers don't have the expense of taking their produce to the market and looking for the market. We have already worked with the international market to have an off-take agreement for the cocoa and the coffee. We are working and taking everything into consideration. We are building a future for Region 1, a future in which you will have more opportunities of earning more money, a future in which we will make financing available to you at 0% interest, a future in which more women will be able to earn money, more young women will be able to earn money for their families, a future in which we'll empower young people in forestry, bringing you together, giving you the equipment, giving you the tools, giving you access to finance, and then helping you to get to the market. A future in which we will help our small miners, because the only way we can help our community forest organization and our small miners is if we bring you together, if we help you to get the equipment, the machinery, so that we give you the tools to go there to be productive. That is the future we want. A future in which we increase the productivity of our people. A future in which we invest in you, to increase your disposable income, give you more money back in your pocket, give special tax incentive for investment that will come to Region 1, so we create more jobs and higher paying jobs. A future in which we graduate our CSOs and our part-time workers to better paying jobs, more upskilling, so that you can have not only part-time jobs, but permanent jobs paying you more and better. That is the future we are building. My friends, a future that would see the completion of key infrastructure in your region, the completion of the Mabaruma to Baramina End Road, which will give closer access to residents of Smith Creek, the continuation of all the concrete roads in the villages, the internal roads and bridging communities, the construction of a modern healthcare system, include health facilities, health training facilities. We're not only going to build back the clinics and health centers, we want every single sub-region to have access to lab facilities, to have access to transport facilities, to take you to the health centers. We want you in Region 1 to live a life of quality, a life in which you have quality health care, a life in which you have quality education, a life in which your children can not only dream to be the best they can be, but can achieve the best they can be with the investment by the People's Progressive Party civic government. I've already tasked the Ministry of Public Works to come up with a design new facility for you here in this sub-region, so that that wharf facility can come with cold storage and other support storage for our farmers, so that you don't have to worry. You bring your produce there, the Guyana Marketing Corporation will be located there, and we take your produce to the market. That is the future we're talking about. A future in which we will give our small loggers and community forest organization more concessions, but not only giving you more concession, giving you access to the financing and building the infrastructure so you can go to the concessions. Because we know concessions is one thing, but giving you access to the concessions with roads and giving you the financial ability to go to the concession is the second thing that we must address. And that is the future that we're talking about. And when Robert Prasad was Minister of Agriculture, we started a program for our spices, turmeric, ginger, black pepper. We are now not only going to wait on the farmers to do it, we are going to bring in the best technical knowledge, and we're going to put them to work alongside with our young people to develop this spices industry. But more importantly, we're going to put the manufacturing capability right here in Region 1 to package the spices so that we take up the value and we take that product into the export market. And yes, we cannot have the situation in Mabaruma here, where airlines are limited because of the landing strip with how much you can bring in and how much you can take out. That is why we have mandated Minister Colin Crowell within the next 3 months to find the land so we can build a proper airstrip and we can bring in and take out as much load as possible here in Mabaruma. My friends, we are not only going to extend the electricity from Wauna to Whitewater, including Arukuru. No, not that alone. We are going to build mini grids in the communities so our people can have access to either 24 hours electricity or longer hours of service. And I asked the Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Crowell, to ensure that the multi-purpose facility is completed before the end of this year. That is why we had to terminate the contract for the contractor, because he was moving too slow. And I told him we must work with the contractors in this region to complete that multi-purpose facility before the end of the year. And we are going to work with the larger contractors to support the smaller contractors and the communities in building the concrete roads within the communities. We tried that model, and you know that that model benefits your communities, because the jobs are created in your community, the money comes back in your community, and that is the model we're going to use, where the community and your people in your villages are involved in building the infrastructure, building the roads, so the revenue and the jobs will stay right here in the region. And we are going to set up a tourism investment fund to support tourism investment. I already talked to Robert from the National Parks Commission that they now have to work closely with the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce so that we can establish world-class eco-tourism facility here in Region 1, and we're going to have a co-investment fund and bring young people, train them so that they can own and operate those tourism facilities. It is easy, my friends, to talk about more grants. You will get more grants. You will get more cash transfer. It is a People's Progressive Party Civic that has given you that, and you can be guaranteed once we're in office, you will get more of that, and more and more and more and more.
Them get it enough. Get it enough.
But that is not the future we're talking to you about. We are talking to you about a future that is much more exciting. A future in which you can realize your full potential. A future in which you can own things. We want the people of Mabaruma and the people of Region 1 to own their own farms, to own their own homes, to own their own land, to own their own vehicles. That is why we're going to reduce the cost of vehicles for you by bringing down the taxes, especially for four-door pickup. And we're going to give you duty-free ATV. And we're going to take off the duty and taxes. And we're going to take off the duties and taxes for the motor engine, outboard engine, up to 150 horsepower. That is what we'll be doing for you. We are going to invest in giving you the tools to be productive. We're going to invest in giving you the infrastructure to be productive. We're going to make the financing available to you so that you can live productive life. The future is about empowerment. The future is about you having access to the best possible level of services. No longer must the people of Region 1 have to go to Georgetown for financial services or GRA services or birth certificate or do any of the government transaction, including the renewal of license in Georgetown. We are going to invest so that within the next year, every single government service, every single financial service will be available right here in Mabaruma, right here in Region 1 for you. My friends, I don't have to remind you about the VAT that was added on hinterland travel. I don't have to remind you about the 200 new taxes, about the increases in fees that you had to pay under the last government. I don't have to remind you that under the last government, we lost more than 2,500 CSO jobs, almost 30,000 jobs in the forestry sector alone, directly and indirectly. 30,000 jobs in the forestry sector alone, directly and indirectly. Ask the small miners. Ask the Miners Association. More than 60% of their asset was idling because of the last government refusal to invest in the infrastructure and to help our miners, help our small loggers, help our CSOs, help those in the bauxite industry, help the ordinary man and woman. No help was here for the farmers. Think about it. For 5 years, under the AP and UFC, you could not even see a minister, a cabinet member visiting your villages. Look at the last 5 years. Almost every single month, cabinet members are in your villages, in your region. We are in your villages and in your region because we care about you, because we love you, because we want you to have the best. And if we can't find the time to be here with you, to listen to you, to act, then how can we know what your priorities are? Everything that I've spoken to you about today are your priorities. Because these are the things you would raise with Sarah. These are the things you will raise with your regional chairman. These are the things you will raise with your geographic MP and minister, Colin Crowell. These are the things that you raise with our ministers and senior officials when they visit your community. Your regional health officer, well, he just left. Your regional health officer has been doing, and his staff, they have been doing an enormous job of improving the quality of healthcare in this region. Your education system has improved by leaps and bounds. Today, you have more children in secondary school. You have more children doing diplomas and degrees. You have more of your young people in the police force. You have more of your young people doing the cadet program in the army. 5 years ago, this was not the case. But today, because of the investment of the People's Progressive Party Civic, you have access to secondary education, and you are now achieving those things. So when one wants to understand how important secondary education is for you, they have to understand that because of this access, you now can become nurses, you can become teachers, you can become trained teachers, you can become trained graduates, you can become officers in the army, you can become members of the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Fire Service, and guess what? You are taking these opportunities seriously because you are achieving at a high level. And that is why, as Sarah said, we are not only the largest Amerindian party, but we are the only national party. We are here in every season, the sunshine and the rainfall. We are here every day. We don't only come here at election time, we come here in the good times and the bad times. When we're in opposition and you are suffering, it is the People's Progressive Party civic leaders that were with you side by side every day. It is the People's Progressive Party civic government that brought in hampers, that invested in masks and walked house to house in opposition during COVID to keep people alive. We must not take these things for granted. Your vote is your dignity, and your vote is not for sale. Someone can't turn up overnight and come to your community and believe that they can pay you $50,000 for your vote. That is an insult, because your vote represents your children's interests. It represents your family interests. It represents your community interests. And if anyone believes that your family is for sale, your children is for sale, your community is for sale, then those persons are not worth your time or worth your vote, and those persons are not worth anything for this country because they have no dignity.
Them get it enough, get it enough.
Think about it.
Them get it enough.
Think about it. What does it tell you about persons who believe that your dignity is up for sale? Persons who believe that because of your circumstances you can be bought. No. We went through rough times with the PNC, 28 years of dictatorship. It is your party for 75 years that stood beside you, side by side, in every season, in every struggle. It is the People's Progressive Party Civic that would have served every single Guyanese for 75 years. We are not a 2-month service party. We are not an election party. We have been in this land, serving the people of this land for 75 years. Trusted leadership, committed leadership, selfless leadership. So my friends, I don't believe I have to go much longer. I believe that the case has been made, and our comrades are going to continue to come to you because we want to keep you engaged. But this crowd here today is also a testament to the fact that Colin and the entire team here in Region 1, Sarah, our regional chairman, you okay there? I know. Our regional chairman, Comrade Ashley, our councillors, our party members, our youth movement, that they have all been working with you, that they all have been working every single day in your community. These numbers here are not accidental. It is not accidental that we have almost 3 times the crowd that we had here in 2020. It is because of the work that you guys are doing. It is because of your interest in your future. And when I look in this crowd, one of the astonishing things is the young faces, the number of women and young faces, because you know what is ahead of you. You know what is important for you. And you know that for you to be the best you can be, the People's Progressive Party Civic must be in office. So, for low-cost transportation, lower taxes, more investment in your infrastructure, more investment in agriculture, more investment in your children, more grants and subsidies, more opportunity to own your own homes, more opportunities to own your own businesses, for access to financing, for more opportunities to mining and logging concession, for investment in ecotourism, for investment in your village economy, for investment in village healthcare, for investment in every single area of advancement in your family life, in your community life, and in Region 1. There is only one choice, and that choice is the People's Progressive Party Civic. And on the 1st of September, we expect all of you, just as you're out in your numbers today, I don't want you to leave any vote behind. I want you to make one more effort to reach out to those who have not decided as yet, to reach out to those who have been misguided. I want each of you to reach out to one of them, because we want everyone to come on board. We want everybody to be part of this vision. Do not count them out. Let us redouble our efforts to work towards bringing them to enlightenment, to work towards bringing them to the enduring love of the People's Progressive Party Civic. We have work ahead of us. And I look forward and I depend on all of you to work harder in the coming days to ensure that on September the 1st, it will be an overwhelming, historic victory for the People's Progressive Party Civic. This victory must be big, because when they preach hate and disunity, we preach love and unity. And the victory must be so overwhelming that it must send a message to them that we want one Guyana to work. It must be so overwhelming that it must send a message to them that we want continued free education, that we want continued investment in our children, that we want continuation in the growth and development of our communities. The victory must be so large. The victory must be so large that every single barrier before us to national development must be removed by the vote and power of the people. Together we will. Forward together for a better, brighter Guyana. Forward together for a stronger, more stable, sustainable Guyana. Thank you very much, Mabaruma. Thank you very much, Region 1. God bless you. God bless Guyana. Forward together. September the 1st, you vote by putting your X in the box next to the cup at the top of the ballot paper, and your X in the box next to the cup at the bottom of the ballot paper. Just look for one thing when you go into that polling station. Look for the cup. Look for the cup. Look for the cup. Look for the cup, and put your X in the box next to the cup. Up, 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 up with the cup. Up, 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 up with the cup. Thank you, and God bless you.
Every finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. Blaze up. Blaze up.
Come September the 4th, we're gonna blaze it up on the paper. We blaze it up for the People's Progressive Party Civic. Isn't that so?
Blaze up. 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 Every finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose.
Let me see your hands. Put them up. Put the cup in the air. Oh, come raise it up now. From strength to strength, keep moving with the PPP. Come on, everybody, come forward. Step forward to progress. Everybody, come forward. Step forward to progress for the People's Progressive Party. Step forward. for another victory. Well, yo, this is Mahendra. This is weekend. We voted red. We voted red. Red government! Everybody say we voted for the trouble. We voted President Ali. Don't vote for stop. Everybody say hip hip hooray! BBC party, DJ Ral. Put your hands in the air for another victory.